What's up, everybody? T3 here from Future Nature and T3 Photography, coming at you from the buttress of one of my favorite cedar trees around. I was going to write a blog for this month, but I decided to do a vlog instead, mostly because I am so sick of typing. I'm in the process of developing a several months long online nature photography program, and I've been writing a lot of material for that. So there's one hint at something that's coming up in the future. Yeah, so it's been still a crazy month. I was without internet for a while, and having to create content to stay relevant, in this world, and upload it's difficult to do without internet. So I got pretty far behind. I have one client who I still have, quite a few photos I have to edit, just because it's detail work. And it really put me behind. I had to postpone webinars, which another thing you will all notice is that my website is changing. Now there is only one schedule, and as you scroll, it will say whether it's an online class or an in-person class. Just trying to thin down the website and make it as easy as possible for people to find out what I'm teaching. I'm also going to be opening up a scheduling section of my website. That's going to be if as I mentioned a while back, I'm moving more towards working with private individual students or groups of people, pre-made groups of peoples or families, as opposed to, open to the public classes. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop running them completely, because I will still run quite a few, but I'm moving in that direction. It's just so much easier to deal with an individual or two people or a family than it is trying to gather people from hither and yon and get them onto the land for the class. So it's going to be easier all around. But the scheduling section, can also be used to schedule a class with me, whether online or in person. I also, there's a few people I really need to thank who have, been volunteering their time helping me with the skills that I don't know. And, that's, my buddy Pak Chu from New York City, my buddy Jesse from Vancouver, British Columbia, my friend Jim from Alaska, just so many people, Chrissy, who helped me get started on the YouTube train, which I've been very stoked on lately. So share my YouTube with your friends, because I'm trying to get that to be an awesome channel that's going to have everything from just cool nature stuff to some of my artsier films that I make with either my camera or my drone. And yeah, it'll be a repository for that. I'm also going to start recording kind of in-depth mini master classes that are going to be purchasable for some as little as $5 or $10. They're just a couple 2-3 hour long lessons on specific skills. It's going to be an experiment at first. Obviously people prefer whether it's online or in person, they want it to be live. And there's just certain things that I want to teach that, because of the time of day or some other factor, I can't. So that's what these these mini master classes will be. And so those are things I've been working on. And speaking of that, for people who have taken any of my webinars, at the end I always send out a recording. Another thing I'm going to be working on here soon is, as I said, recording all of my webinars, just me, with many more props. And, for instance, on the plant webinar, I'll actually go out and show you the plants on video and things like that. Same with the survival-based one. So you're going to get a kind of mini, much better version than the live version, the live chat that we do. Think of the live chat as the precursor to the video. Other than that, yeah, things are chugging along. I'm just, I want to mention again my IndieGoGo campaign. There's a link to it in the description of this video. I think I'm a quarter of the way there, getting down to the wire. And, there are a few bills every month that I have to pay to, operate. And that's, living, a vehicle, and, another financial obligation I have. And, that money is going to help me have a little cushion as things ramp up, as word of mouth spreads about that I'm running classes, because I'm still unable to advertise via social media. My accounts are still blocked from the hack, and several of us have been trying to reach somebody at these companies to unblock the account so I can put my store back up with my photos, and it's just impossible to get a person at these places. So that's been frustrating. But yeah, I think now the new schedule is up of classes that are open and running until July. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm doing yet past July, so but I will figure that out soon. So yeah, and in closing, I just want to say this is, after all, the year of the caretaker. And I want to start doing a semi-regular series on caretaking, on little things that we can do, both physically and not, to caretake an area. We're going to start with some simple invasive removal and move up from there. Because I truly think if we're going to remain on this planet as a species, we need to band together, heal each other, heal ourselves, and then begin to heal the earth. And that's, as I've mentioned many times, my ultimate goal is, an army of caretakers. And because we are, as my father says, we're a people that kill our grandchildren to feed our children, and we have to stop that. We have to stop, and we have to think of all the other beings around us. I'm surrounded by 400 to 600 different species of just, plants and trees and things. That's not counting all the other little critters that are under the earth. And, we need to fight for our home, because it's being abused by peoples that profit from it. And as I said in my last kind of blog post, the irony of it, I'm recording this on a camera that's made out of these precious metals or rare earth metals or whatever. So it's hard to, it's hard to not be ironic. But if you're going to walk the razor's edge, lead a nature-based lifestyle, and use technology, at least use it for good, instead of bad. That's why I love photography so much, because people look at my photos and they think they were taken in some exotic destination. And then I tell them that I took that, less than a mile from where they live, most likely. It's a small area up here. And they're just blown away, and I didn't realize there were things that beautiful around here. And I tell people, all you have to do is look, you know. Are you just, are you seeing, are you just looking, or are you actually seeing it? And that beauty is everywhere. You know, that beauty is in community, that beauty is in nature, that beauty is in helping one another. That beauty is in healing the things within ourselves that hold us back from being our ideal selves. And I've struggled a lot with that lately. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm fighting the fight. But anyway, keep an eye on the schedule. Also, remember the throwing stick raffle. I'm actually going to move it, the end date, to July 1st because I haven't had much chance to promote that I'm running a raffle for $20 for a handmade T3 throwing stick. Those of you who know me well know that the throwing arts are my favorite primitive hunting weapon. So basically, for $20, you get the chance at winning out of a beautiful piece of oak, a handmade throwing stick made by myself. So, yeah, I'm going to extend that. There's a link to that on my website and in the notes of this show. Until next time, y'all, peace and love. Keep sending love my way. You guys are why I do what I do. Peace and love.